He's way up on top. And what he's doing is he's radioing down here to Tim, and they are dropping the load, dropping piles in the center. So I don't want him climbing down yet. I don't know what he's got going on. We've got to get a cover, and I better holler up to him. All right, I have a piece of plastic ready to go here, and Nate is gonna let 2 doors down. So he's getting ready to throw the rope out now. Hopefully he doesn't just throw the door. But he's gonna let 2 doors down, and we're gonna pull this cover up in there, and then we have to pull up a couple of shovels. I'm gonna go up in there and give old Nate Aruski a hand leveling that off. So heads up, Tim, that door's out the door right now, so we want to make sure he doesn't drop it. Tim's in.
He's doing his YouTube thing here about dropping the door or something.
Direct contact with the man up in the air.
How's your reception up there?
Oh, that sun.
You know.
Usually we're doing this, it's snowing out. I've got a flannel shirt on. I think I got to take it off. It's so warm. Alright, we've made our journey to the top here. And the wind is blowing like real good. Okay, now we get to jump in. We are, well, we could have snuck a little bit more in this. We're down about a door to a door and a half below where I actually wanted to be, but we had this silo full on Friday. We let it sit over the weekend. What did we do? Put 2 loads in Saturday morning?
Yep.
And then we put 2 in here yesterday morning. It is Tuesday right now, and then they just got done putting 3 in. How far down was it yesterday? About where it is now?
A little higher.
It was a little higher? Yeah. So this is settled quite a bit. However, we are out of high moisture corn now. If we just snuck a couple in here last night and then waited until this morning to put the other 3 in, we'd be a little fuller right now. But to be honest with you, I didn't think it was going to hold them 3 by what you told me yesterday that was in here. So, but we've definitely got more in here than we had last year. So I'm going to jump in here and help Nate get this leveled off. He did a pretty good job with turning the unloader on and off, and the pile is in the center. So we just got to work that pile out from the center, and then we've got a plastic cover there that we'll put over the top of it. Clean the unloader all off, and then we'll start shelling some dry corn. All right, the old guy is in here, and I should have gave Nate the camera when I scaled that wall right there. But what is this going on, the 4th year you've helped me do this?
Yeah.
I think so anyway. But he's been up in here for 3 loads, so he's a little white. Well, let's get leveling. Okay, we've got this pretty good and level. It's not bad considering, well, we spent about 5 minutes on it. Leveled off rather quickly. The secret to these power distributors is if you can have somebody up in here signaling when to turn it on and off, you can drop the last couple loads right in the center, because that spins it to the outside, and what it does is it bridges the corn up on the outside of the silo, and the center is, well, it's dished down in. So if you turn the unloader off, it turns that spinner off, and it just drops this pile right into the center. Now another thing you could do, well, if you got in the silo, what you could do is leave the spinner running if you had an uneven pile around the outside, and you could turn the ring drive off, the ring drive motor. And that way it would just run the spinner to the outside of the silo and not let it rotate. So I've got a 26-foot square piece of plastic that we're going to set on top here, and we're going to shovel some corn on top of it. We're going to clean the unloader all off, and then the little bit of corn that comes off the unloader and what we shovel on top of it, we're going to use to seal around the outside. Okay, we've got her all covered. We've got corn kicked around the whole perimeter of the silo. Now we've got to get somebody to let the unloader down and just brush all the corn off of it, and that's going to wrap up this job, I guess. So I'll unplug that cord, Nate. We'll have to call somebody to let that down, unless you want to call them while I'm up there letting that down. Okay, we are all done up in here. We put the unloader down a little bit. Got our outside door shut. I forgot to close that before. Get all the way down. Got to climb all the way back up, shut it. So what I did is I rode the unloader around. I jumped on the unloader through the inside chute, rode the unloader around, and then pulled the door down, and we had Tim lower the unloader, and we just got done cleaning it off. So we're gonna make our journey down now. We've got to get the combine ready and get rolling into some dry corn. Okay, now we're gonna make our journey down. I get to go down first, but the chute should be pretty clean. I just sent the shovels down, and the shovels kind of knocked the chute out pretty good. So we'll head on down. Okay, we've got the silo covered, and these guys have got the bunk all covered. So we've got a little bit more in there than I wanted to put in there. You might be saying, well, there's a lot more room, but it's a little bit over the top of the walls. And then it would have been kind of unhandy to bring this end out any farther, just from where the corn goes over the wall there. So yes, there was a little bit of room left in here, but it has more in it than what we had in there last year. So we are gonna head over to the field and get going here. Right, Sarah?
Yes.
Sarah's got an air conditioner that works today. She has been struggling with no AC for the past couple days, And to be honest with you, I've kind of ignored it a little bit, but it is so freaking warm out right now. It must be 75 degrees, ain't it?
Yeah.
So Jake got that going for her yesterday, and she has AC again, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. These cabs with all the glass in them are such a pain if you've got AC that don't work. So we've got to put fuel in the combine, blow it off, and we'll get started here. Alright, we are loading our third load of dry corn here. This corn's running around 16.5% moisture. You can see it's real dusty. The sun's just starting to go down here. I've been having some issues with the combine. We have a sensor for the separator. There's a separator plug indicator in the bottom left-hand corner of the headliner here, and that's been intermittently going off, and I couldn't see anything wrong with it. I thought it was just, you know, I thought I had some crap in it or something. The damn buzzer was beeping like crazy here, so I ended up pulling the headliner down and I unplugged it just so that I wouldn't have to listen to the damn buzzer. The damn light would be on even if the combine didn't have the separator turned on. So I screwed around. I think I've got the sensor going now. I don't know. It looked like it had some crap in it. However, the yield monitor is running intermittently, so I don't know if that has something to do with the controls up in or the idiot lights and sensors up in the headliner. That has something to do with that or not. The moisture sensor's working. However, well, the yield sensor, that's working now. So I don't know what's going on. There's a little plunger inside the grain bin. Maybe that had some dry crap in it too. Seems like there's awful lot of dust this year. I know there's some goofy mold that came in. I talked about it in the last video here that came into the corn. Our combine's black. Our neighbor's combine is black just from the dust up on top of the mold that's on top of these upper leaves here. So that's gonna do it for this video, folks. Sarah's got the Freightliner loaded. Nate just pulled in here with the with truck 9. He's gonna take the Freightliner home, and we're gonna roll that into Genoa Grain or Genoa Commodities in the morning. They had a grinder hammer mill actually that broke down yesterday, and they worked they worked all night, I guess, and they finally got caught up to grinding corn here about 3 o'clock this morning. So that is going to do it for this video, folks. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll catch you at the next video.